I'll be reacting to Love Flops episode 12, and I'll be starting my reaction in 1-0 go. Those of you wondering. I have a decent surprise. I'm not going to be that dismissive. Yet. But I've learned not to get my hopes high when it comes to this series. Oh, finally, are we? And about dang time, too. And you know, shit through whenever you have no opening, but it's just the credits and just splash with like the episode scenes. It's no surprise. I mean, Aoi pretty much looks like I. Okay, that should be a that should be a self. In order to see I, he has to be absorbed instead of Aoi's body. Oh, that's kind of sad. But that's life, though. Aw, that's running wholesome. Like I actually had to add that. Stop scrolling that. Yeah, this series, Squirrel Man, no matter what it does, it's gonna be dog shit. Because here's the thing, this episode became watchable after the twist, but even then, after the twist, if I do the math, it won't be able to save its ass because it has had more bad episodes than good episodes overall. Because the twist, if I'm trying to remember, happened in episode 7. So it means 50% of the episodes in the series were mid to okay to maybe enjoyable, to half of the episodes in the series being dog shit. It would have to like somehow land its ending so miserably well to put itself into the average category or mediocre. No way can it go into the good category though at this point. How many episodes it's had where it's wasted its fucking time. And saying that these aren't bad scenes though. But the thing about scenes like this would have been more interesting. Oh, this would have been more interesting if I actually cared more about Asahi as a character. I did have a twist, but it wasn't even that big of a twist. It was all in a VR world, which I predicted that was going to be some kind of stimulation world since episode one. So I kind of was on the money. It was, I mean, VR is close to stimulation. So yeah, that's the unfortunate thing when it comes to the series. I gotta miss reactions like that. Whoa, oh, that's sad. Which one we're talking about? Oh, I mean, Aoi was actually one of the better ones. The thing is, though, reality can be a fucking bitch, though. Huh. I kinda like that, like, bananas, but considering the usage of visuals throughout the series. I do like it when it comes to, like, characterization because it shows how much he's acting. Just don't worry Asahi that much. So, I mean, these scenes do a decent job of at least showing us the dynamic. Again, not really super inspiring or stuff, but it's confident. The thing is, though, we all know I is dead, so and then we see it in flashback form, there ain't gonna be much for me to feel sad about at all. And we know why she did this because she doesn't have much time left at all. That's why she gave her boy the early chocolates. I don't know. This is honestly anything involving Aoi or I in this series is competently done. It's just a shame that this series has so many fucking girls that it's hard to get entertained because this series spent most of its time focusing on girls that are entertaining or that I'm gonna yeah, man, it's just sad. Just seeing the life drain out of her body like that. Mm. Oh, so that's what she does. Yeah, I gotta admit, Ai's actually a really tough character. To be actually putting in that work to not worry shows you her toughness, how she doesn't want her boy to worry at all. And the thing is, considering as how he's still a kid, he's gonna notice the signs that all this time I was suffering to make sure that but we know why she's saying that. She's saying that because she doesn't want to set in a song. She wouldn't be able to fake for longer that she's that she's in a deep at shit spot. Like honestly, this is really good characterization for I gotta admit, even I can't. It's funny. I care more about I than I do some of these other horror members. I care more about I than I do Aoi, Mongfa, and the three other chicks. Just with these flashbacks, even though I know she's dead, I give more about a shit about this girl. Which I know they say better late than never, but it's kind of sad that I actually care more about a character that I know already died than AI characters dying. That's just super fucking sad. Oh, that explains the significance of the cherry blossoms in the first episode of the series. Yeah, this is gonna break Asahi completely. I'm gonna it really isn't their fault because they couldn't control their bodies, and when they get sick, anything on that end. Well, I was the one that was the most relevant, so yeah, Aoi had no competition. Aoi's really the most relevant one, so it's no shocker that Aoi's people. Okay, well, that's a little bit more depth to Aoi's character because we see how she truly feels about Asahi here. Thing is, the well-written harem sparm I have all the girls well-written. Just look at quintessential quadruplets. Yeah, that series may have fucked up its ending, in my opinion. But all of its girls were good. All of them. This series only has genuinely one decent girl, maybe two, but I can't really count Ai or Aoi as an entity because Aoi has so many parts of Ai's personality. So that's the thing. Not only that one, there was also Roots Baskets had a lot of amazing female characters. So this series is just not that well written. Roots Baskets, another one. No offense considered. And I can see I again. All right, I gotta admit, considering the connection these two have, and it actually feels genuine, this actually feels a little. I'm assuming it's not here again because Ryan needs to move on. Okay, he's asking for the impossible. There is no fucking way he's gonna be able to do that. He can move forward, but he's not gonna be able to ever forget about her. Like, that's why I'm saying she's asking for the impossible. Unless someone were to, like, fucking hit him on the head so hard he forgets almost everything and gets a case of amnesia. There's no way he's ever gonna forget about her ever. All things considered. Oh, he's essentially oh no, he's not gonna forget. That's what I'm thinking. He's had so many experiences connected to her. Yeah. That's why she's asking for the impossible. You know, this series could have been even better if they would have taken away two of the harm girls away. They would have given us more I have. I find her more interesting than everyone in Asani's harem. Straight up. Because this is actually interesting to see what the two fucking meet because the series focused on an interesting character. That's the I haven't seen it around yet, but I heard bad things. And not to mention such a sweet girl. Hmm. I don't like how it's expressing top talent. He felt she got it is actually a nice bit of maturity on his end. Well, yeah, you know someone you love passing away, you should try to spend all your time with them to not regret, to at least not have that many regrets. I kind of like the moral lesson. Does this make the series good? Is play having a good message? Fuck no, it doesn't. Well, hey, it's cool, man. I like how he finally admits. I know, this makes me a little sad because they really coulda had a wonderful thing as far as Mingo and his, you know, oh, that's good. You wanna grow, move on, but also some women there too. Alright. Hey, you know what? It's nice that she's getting those feelings out of her chest. And you know what? Yeah, they're that the love confessions don't even come out of the left field because 'cause they've actually been giving good build-up to their feelings. This is one of the few things in the series that actually feels earned. Yes! Honestly, the flashbacks are better than most of the shit we got from that. That's what I've been preaching. I wish we would've had I wish we had flashback episodes instead of some of the fucking horror bullshit we got. I wouldn't have minded having a full episode of I taking care of the dog, a full episode of our boy being in middle school with eye or eye suffering for disease. That would have been way better than the Magic Roll episode piece of shit they had or the monk actually oriented episode they had. Or it could have been a horror, but instead of having 5 girls, it could have had like 2 or 3. It could have still had the mom aspect with just 2 or 3 girls. But this series, what what really messed up this series was it just had too many girls. That's all. Too many. And didn't know what to do with them. Oh man, considering all the extra time you have I, it was a bonus that he was able to, at the very least, was able to steer for a little bit longer. Well, you know what? Yeah, it could have also worked with just him romancing Aoi too. Could have been more focused if it would have done that. Well, regardless, this was a good scene though. I ain't gonna lie. Imagine he says we're nah, nah, I'm not gonna make that joke. That'd be in poor taste. Nah, fuck, I'm gonna make a joke in poor taste. Imagine he says, "Let's make children down here," because this series doesn't deserve any type of praise or anything like that. Say for like maybe Aoi and I like those 2 as characters. Well, I mean, Spiral Matt, don't spoil it because I'm still reacting to the episode. You're ahead because yeah, wait, there was no opening to skip this time. I wonder how you're ahead. There's no opening on the episode this time because I know didn't know. Oh! Is it necessary for him to be nude, bruh? It really is. I'm surprised he's just casually walking all nude. How did he not even notice that his clothing was off, though? You should have felt the yeah, that's what I'm thinking. You should have at least felt the cold. How do you not notice your clothes are off? I swear, like, even when the series is competent, it has to put in a cheap joke that doesn't work. Holy fuck. Who are these two characters? There's another issue with this series. It was all about Asahi moving on, but it never had an episode of him reacting, reflecting on I disappearing and a single episode or two of him interacting with people in real life. Way to go! Way to rush your last episode series. Thank you very much. Rushing. I would have loved to have seen him actually become friends and slowly bond with an actual human character. Well, no, this series just yeah, we'll just have that happen off screen. Bravo! Bravo! Just when I thought this series was gonna be able to stick and land its landing, it finds a way of fucking up. Good job, Love Flops. This series does not get to ask fucking philosophical questions like what is it? What is a human? This series hasn't earned that right. Bull fucking shit. It's fucking bullshit. Because them becoming friends with other people should have happened on screen, at least as an epilogue episode. Oh no, please don't be what I imagined. How? Wait, are real girls? Or robots? Well, they're probably robots. Hey, all the low tier girls. I'm assuming they're robotic. Good job! They built up their fucking desk just to revive them. So their loss was there for nothing. Yeah, yeah. Good job, series. You called me that piece of shit. Good job. You suck. You fucking suck. What the fuck was the point of killing off these AI girls and then they get revived on screen? Well, fuck you, anime. Fuck you. You suck. What the fuck? How did it was set up literally for a fucking good ending? How did they fuck up so badly? How? Fuck is a flop. No wonder why it's called Love Flop. This is a fucking epic failure. This is a cop out. Wow. So all that about sacrifice and oh yeah, we love you, blah blah blah. It's out the fucking window because everything is a okay. And I love how they say they want him to move on. Oh, whoop they fucking do. That's not moving on by technicalities because all those AI, they all have parts of I's personality. It wasn't only established a few episodes ago. They literally said it was gonna move on. How is that possible? They all have fragments of I's personality. Are you fucking kidding me? Fuck this series. This last episode is a fucking 2 out of 10. Oh, no, I'll give it a 3 out of 10 because the ice scenes were great. But man, what a piece of shit! One of the worst anime I've ever seen this year. What the fuck? Holy shit. It's like this season has a competition of having the worst. I don't know what's worse. The ending to this piece of shit or the ending to Little Little Dies We All Sell. But overall, trash. Fucking trash. Holy. ah, ah, ah. Oh man. It's like all these anime companies will be like, bruh, we'll compete for the worst ending of the series. Holy fuck. One of the most generic fucking endings I have ever fucking seen. What in the fuck? Wow. I don't even know what to say at all. One of the worst. One of the worst anime of the fall season. That's all I gotta say. Holy shit. Here's why. We can't really have Asahi move on if all these 5 girls were able to have bodies in real life. It's like, what the fuck? Come on now, because it's like, I thought the point was to move on, but nah, bruh. I guess they all come back to life. What was the point? They literally built up the sacrifices in the previous fucking episode. But no, fuck consequences, fuck loss. No, none of that shit matters. And I don't want to hear, oh, but Aoi completely passed away. Well, I don't give a shit because they brought back all the harm girls. So this last episode sucks because it built up. Because here's the thing. If these girls weren't brought back, I would have, you know what? I'd be like, hey, this series is ballsy. But nah, it lost its balls. Because it's like episodes 10, 11 in this episode, they were emphasizing the sacrifice and loss. Nope, can't have that. Then seriously, I thought the point of the series was to finally get Asai to interact with real life people. But no, we just see in this episode that all that shit with him interacting with actual people, it happened off screen. And here's another thing too that pisses me the fuck off about this episode. The cheap ass jokes. It couldn't even control itself with this episode, like from like the bits where Asai just wakes up fucking naked. With not even noticing his clothes are off. I'm like, how does he not notice the fucking clothes? What is he, a fucking dumbass? Like, this series tries jokes out, and sometimes the jokes work, but most of the time they don't. And it's a damn shame because this episode worked. Like, when it was a flashback on our boy and I, it worked well. I mean, there was some confidence they done in this episode, but holy fuck, though. The negatives outweighed the positives. And speaking of which, you would think that you would just think that things at the end of the episode, at least the world in this series would have changed for the worse, considering that the satellite was destroyed. Now, consequences? What the fuck are those? I ain't gonna miss this fucking series. I'm glad this series is fucking over. That's all I gotta say. So, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, this episode just, yeah, it irked me. And yeah, now I can say officially this series is fucking dog shit because now that it's had like what? I'm doing the math too. I'm doing the math. So out of 12 episodes, 7 of these episodes were fucking bad. So that means about 60% of the series is dog shit trash. Yeah, this series is just to be thrown in the fucking trash can where it belongs. And then the 5 remaining spot on that were mid. We're mid to average. No, yeah. Yeah, they were mid or average. The ones that didn't suck were mid or average. So yeah, this series fucked it up. And if I had to rate the series overall on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being abysmal, 5 being 9, 10 being exceptional, I'm giving this series a 3 out of fucking 10, man. Fuck this series. It was one of the worst I've seen this year because let's just break it down. In the first few episodes, yeah, this series had a twist of it being in a VR world. That doesn't make up for the fact that most of the episodes in this series had cliche jokes, though. That's the issue. They had cliche jokes, a terrible magic roll episode. And this series,
It tried to be a fucking edgy and utterly failed at that too because it was constantly censoring shit. So you can't even say, "Oh, well, this series is good for the fan service fans." It couldn't even do that because it censored everything anyway. So it fucking failed in that too. So utterly failed in being a fan servicey show. It utterly failed in most of its jokes. Yeah, some of the jokes landed, like say Irina being like ravaged by that dog was. I mean, gotta admit that shit was kind of funny. But most of the time it failed because here are the episodes that weighed it down. The Mongful centered episode where she was taking on all those random troops, soldiers, whatever the fuck they were, was bad because there are instances where they could have gone rid of the enemy, but instead of Mongfa finishing her off her opposition, she just leaves her in opposition, minding like a dumbass. So even some of the episodes that weren't complete dog shit trash had flaws. And not only that, but then there's the episode involving Arena because it focused on. I believe her episode was the fan servicey one that was badly done because most of the fan service was censored. Yeah, it had some decent jokes here and there, but censors ruined her episode. Karen's episode is the worst of the series. Magical center, and it was awful. I'd say the only one that kind of had a decent episode, and I say decent, and I'm really stretching the word decent. This is me really reaching now, but the only one of the harm that had a decent episode was Amelia, and obviously the episodes that are not only the most were good. But holy fuck, though, this series had so many damn issues that it was just hilarious. Just seeing it fell and constantly hell. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. This series tried to do etchy, but it failed in doing that because you didn't even see shit because those censored most of the time. Not that I gave a shit about the censored etchy, it's just making the series, an already bad series, worse. So, not that I fucking give a shit about that. This series is already fucking trash. So, that's where it also, majorly, majorly sucks ass. And also, here's another thing too that this series also really, really fucked up in. Well, the thing is, though, Spiral Matt, this series tried to excuse some of its issues, saying that it's in a VR world type of shit. But that doesn't justify the fact that even with that excuse, this series wasn't even entertaining most of the time. Because what matters too ain't it's also execution. It's if a series is entertaining, which this series wasn't fucking entertaining. It wasn't. So that's how the writing for most of this series was pretty fucking bad, all things considered. Now, in saying that, I'm trying to think of any positive. It's hard to think of positives. I mean, I guess from a character standpoint, I liked Aoi and and that's about it. That's about it, really. Because at least with her backstory was interesting. How she helped that dog out and how she tried to stay strong in front of her father or Asahi to either not make them worry at all or to keep her promises. I thought that was really sweet. The series did have a positive message of appreciate the people that are close to you in case they pass away. So I don't like this series didn't have some positives. But the thing is, the negatives outweigh, especially the animation, because the animation looked good in some episodes. But the thing is, though, when it got to the action scenes in like the latter episodes of the series, they look like dog shit for the most part. So that's a damn shame too. They pretty much tried to go for a spiral mat and they utterly failed. They landed on their faces. So the arm ending sucked. It sucked big time. So that's overall. This series is pretty much bad because Shabby execution, the characters were disappointing. The only characters in the harm that had any real depth was just Aoi and but I wasn't part of the harm though. So those are the only two characters I'd say were actually legitimately great from start to finish. And I guess Irina was okay, and Cameron was okay from a comedic standpoint. Thing is, though, it's kind of sad when for Aoi and I, when it comes to some of the other characters, the biggest compliments I can say that, yeah, these characters were okay. Thing is, though, the story in this series just fell flat most of the times. So that's why I guess I could say the voice acting was amazing. I guess that's one compliment I can give this piece of turd, that the voice acting was great. And that's about the only thing that was consistently well done from start to finish. And I'm trying to think of anything positive to say about this aside from that. I'm thinking I like the character designs. I thought the character designs were good. I'll give it credit for that. And to its credit, I thought that I and Aoi did have good character designs. And that's about it for positives. And y'all seeing the fact that I'm reaching for positives. Like I legitimately had to think. I feel like I lost brain cells in thinking of positive things to say about this series. I feel like this series has made me stupider now. Like watching this series has made me lose brain cells. Watching the series is taking me, it's like taking me a step closer to death. That's how bad this series is. I feel like I've lost something precious in watching this series. Like I've lost a little bit of my soul. That's how bad this was. Yeah. Oh, you're saying that's on my anime list score, Spiral Matt? I'm actually surprised that's that high. I give this shit a 3 out of 10. That's how bad it was. No, you get nothing but negative from me this time, Spiral Matt, because the series is fucking trash. So yeah. When it comes to Love Flops, it's nothing but negativity because this series doesn't deserve positivity at all. It deserves nothing but negativity and shit talking, in my opinion. Except the voice acting. The voice acting was great. I'll give credit to the voice actors. They did their job. It's a damn shame, though, that the efforts from the voice actors were just utterly wasted on such a disappointing script, though, unfortunately. Which is really a damn shame, all things considered, because holy fuck. This series had potential. Wasted potential, if I had to be precise. Oh yeah. These are my thoughts on the series. Utter dog shit trash. That's all I gotta say, pretty much. But anyways, right before I go, though, let me just say thank you very much to Spiral Matt for commenting in the live chat. Pretty much, Spiral Matt. Pretty much. Well, honestly, I thought the series improved at that point, Spiral Matt, but the thing is, though, this series fumbled its ending, so it's like, So, considering before episode 7, most of the episodes were pretty bad, and then this episode, the last one, fumbled it up. This series gave me more negative experience than the positives, for the most part. But anyways, yeah. I'm done with this series unless it somehow gets a season 2. Then the masochist in me would probably check it out just out of curiosity and because I like completing shit, so yeah. But yeah. Until then, though, I'll just say, yeah, and I doubt it's gonna get a season 2. I'm saying if by some miracle, which I doubt. But anyways, thank you, Sprawl, and everyone else for watching my video, and I hope you have a great day or night, y'all. Bye, everyone.